She didn't ask for money or attention, only for what was already going to be thrown away. Her voice was quiet as she stood at the cafe counter holding her young daughter's hand, a little girl with a faded pink backpack who hid behind her coat. It was the child's birthday, but there would be no party, no cake, and no candles, only this one small hope. The manager looked at them with annoyance, not knowing that this moment would become the most expensive mistake of his life. Her name was Emily Carter, a single mother with tired eyes and worn shoes, someone the world had learned to ignore. She wasn't begging, and she wasn't lying. She was simply asking for leftovers, expired pastries, anything that wouldn't be missed. When the laughter came, sharp and humiliating, the cafe fell silent, and her daughter learned a painful lesson about how people can be judged. But Emily didn't cry or argue. She stayed calm and remembered every word, every look. What no one realized was that this small, cruel moment was the beginning of something much bigger, because Emily was not powerless, and somewhere in that cafe sat a quiet observer who would soon turn humiliation into consequences. Emily and her daughter walked out of the cafe without looking back. The bell above the door chimed softly, as if nothing important had just happened. Outside, the air was cold, and the street was busy with people carrying coffee cups and shopping bags, all moving forward with lives untouched by what had just occurred. Emily sat Lily down on a wooden bench near the window. She smoothed her daughter's hair and forced a gentle smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Lily tried to smile back, but her lips trembled. "Happy birthday, sweetheart," Emily said quietly. Lily nodded. "It's okay, Mommy. I'm not hungry," she replied, even though her stomach had been growling minutes earlier. Those words hurt Emily more than the manager's laughter. No child should learn how to lie about hunger on their birthday. Emily reached into her coat pocket and pulled out an old phone. It wasn't new or stylish, but it worked. She checked the screen, replaying the short video she had recorded while standing at the counter. The manager's face was clear. His name tag was visible. So was the cafe's license on the wall behind him. Years ago, Emily would have walked away with nothing but shame. Life had taken many things from her, but it hadn't taken her instincts. Lily watched curiously. "Mom, why did you record him?" she asked. Emily hesitated, then answered honestly. "Because sometimes, telling the truth isn't enough. Sometimes you need proof." Lily didn't fully understand, but she trusted her mother. That night, after Lily fell asleep, Emily sat at the small kitchen table of their apartment. The room was quiet except for the hum of the refrigerator. She uploaded the video and wrote a simple caption describing what had happened. No insults, no exaggeration, just facts. She sent copies to the local health department and the company email listed on the cafe's website. Then she turned off her phone and went to bed, unsure of what would happen next. What Emily didn't know was that she wasn't the only one who had recorded that moment. A college student sitting near the window had filmed the exchange too. Another customer had taken photos. By morning, the video was everywhere. Social media feeds filled with angry comments. People were sharing the manager's words, his laughter, and the frightened face of a child standing beside her mother. The cafe's manager, Mark Reynolds, woke up feeling confident. He had no idea his name was trending. On his lunch break, he posted a short video of himself online, laughing. "Another day dealing with freeloaders asking for free food," he said. "I don't tolerate beggars in my cafe." He thought people would support him. Instead, the reaction was immediate and brutal. "This is heartless. That's a child. Boycott this place." Calls flooded the cafe. Emails poured into corporate headquarters. The video was shared thousands of times, and local news stations began asking questions. 2 days later, Mark walked into work like any other morning. But the atmosphere had changed. A camera crew stood near the entrance. Customers whispered as he passed. His confidence began to crack. Then he saw her. Emily stood near the counter, calm and composed. She wasn't wearing worn shoes anymore. She wore a simple black suit, her hair neatly pulled back. Mark froze. "You," he said under his breath. "Yes," Emily replied. She placed a folder on the counter. Inside were printed screenshots, formal complaints, and official filings. The reporter stepped closer and asked Mark how he responded to allegations of public humiliation and discrimination. Mark stuttered, saying it was all taken out of context. That was when a man stepped forward from the corner of the cafe. He had been there before, watching quietly. "Was it?" he asked calmly. Mark turned, confused. The man introduced himself as Daniel Foster, the owner of Blue Harbor Cafe. Silence filled the room. Daniel spoke slowly, clearly. He described what he had seen, how Mark had humiliated a mother and her child, and how he had then bragged about it publicly. "You're fired," Daniel said simply. "Effective immediately," Mark protested, but it was over. His badge was taken. His keys were collected. Cameras captured everything. Emily spoke one last time. "I never lied about who I was," she said. "You just assumed someone asking for leftovers couldn't be educated." Then she turned and walked away. In the months that followed, Blue Harbor Cafe changed. New management was installed. Employees received training on dignity and respect. A food donation program was launched so no edible food would be wasted again. A sign was placed on the door: "Respect is not optional." Emily began working as a consultant, helping businesses avoid exactly this kind of failure. Lily returned to school smiling again. On her wall hung a photo from her 7th birthday, a chocolate cake with 7 candles, and a mother who never forgot what happened the day someone laughed at the wrong person. Mark Reynolds never worked in customer service again. A simple search of his name told the entire story: videos, articles, and comments frozen in time, following him wherever he applied. The moment he thought was funny became the moment that defined him. He had tried to feel powerful by humiliating someone he believed was beneath him, and in doing so, he exposed his own character to the world. Emily never spoke publicly about revenge or justice. She didn't need to. Her life quietly moved forward. She rebuilt her career not for status, but for stability and purpose. She helped companies create policies that protected dignity, because she knew how quickly cruelty could hide behind a counter and a uniform. Lily grew older without fully remembering the hunger, but she never forgot her mother's calm strength. She learned that silence doesn't mean weakness, and that preparation can be louder than anger. The cafe remained open, but it was no longer the same place. New rules, new leadership, and a reminder on the door that respect is not optional, it's required. Customers walked in knowing that how you treat people matters, especially when you think no one important is watching. Because the truth is simple. The most dangerous people are not the loudest ones in the room. They are the quiet ones who observe, who document, and who wait. And the biggest mistake you can make is underestimating someone just because they are tired, struggling, or asking for leftovers. Sometimes, the person you dismiss today is the one who changes everything tomorrow.